All right, let's go. We'll go around the weekend, around the NFL. Evening, everybody. Before I came up to do this, you know what I'm saying? Before I came up here, I was listening to Mike Florio and Serene Williams, and they made a telling point about and the one complaint he had was that she said at the end of her interview, she said the lack of quarterbacks around the NFL is the problem. No, I'm going to tell you what the problem is. I've been saying this for a while now. Okay? The problem is it's like I've been saying all along. The quarterbacks are having the best years. I mean, Josh Allen is having a tremendous year. The problem, Buffalo is a game away from oblivion. You won't see Buffalo with one more loss. You know, Kansas City, they had to do trick plays in the second half to beat the Raiders. Come on now. Lack of a big receiver in Kansas City. Watson's out. Herbert in a losing situation. In the NFC, don't have anybody. I mean, all their quarterbacks are right. Hurts played a hell of a game Sunday, I might add. Prescott. And now Jordan Love is beginning to come around slowly but surely. Other than that, quarterbacks are not there. Brock Purdy. Okay? And that's the problem. It's no knock on the guys. It's just that of the group, does anyone dazzle you? That's the problem. They don't. You know, you got Jalen Hurts who manages the game. He did a brilliant job at the end of that Eagle game on Sunday evening. You know, you got Tua with the great accuracy, but against good teams, the numbers are not there. You know what I'm saying? And that's the problem. I'm not blaming Tua. I'm just saying the problem is your all-right quarterbacks are the ones having big years, and no one's excited about it. That's why C.J. Stroud is getting all the love right now. They even down on Trevor Lawrence. And you would think they would be over him. They don't want to be bothered with him. Seriously. They don't want to be bothered with him. Why? He plays in Jacksonville. he still got tough games coming up. People don't have time for it. Sad, but it was what it is. What are you gonna do? It is what it is. And people are beginning to complain. Yeah, give me a couple, Azrael, give me a couple. But I'm going to bring you up, though. Matter of fact, let me drop it right now. But please do me a favor, family. Let me finish this monologue real quick. I'm going to drop the link right now just for you. And I appreciate you, bro. So I got you. These guys are the ones that are doing well. And people don't really care for these guys. I mean, really? Even Cowboy fans don't buy about Dak Prescott. Melina in the building. Good evening to you. And good evening to everybody in here this evening. And that's real. I didn't know who you like. I love the 49ers this week, man. There you go. You can pull up. I love the 49ers this week. Matter of fact, I got the Dolphins -3. I jumped all over down FanDuel yesterday afternoon when I was in Platt's room. I jumped all. You was up there with me. I jumped all over it, bro. I got the Niners +2.5. And I got the Packers. I'm going to take the Packers 7.5. Okay, so they're complaining about the quarterbacks. And again, when you have a group of quarterbacks as your best quarterbacks, that doesn't say much. Hey, Kirk Cousins never got hurt. He would have ran away with the MVP this year. I mean, Kirk was putting numbers galore until he got hurt. So, I think the NFL is okay. But in this draft coming up, they need their quarterbacks to be dynamic. All right, let's give out these game balls. Okay, let's be good about it. Guys, you can pull up if you want. Link is right in the chat. The number 5 game ball goes to this young man, blonde from the Dallas Cowboys. He has 12 interceptions in the last 20 games he's played, which is phenomenal. And 5 of those went back for pick sixes, but set a league record. I believe this young man's name is Dalton. So Dalton Blonde, congratulations. You get a game ball, young man. Yeah, pull up. Yeah, pull up. As real, pull up, bro. Just pull up. I dropped the link. Come on up. Number 4 game ball goes to the San Francisco 49ers. They're kicking ass and taking names. And they are looking like they're ready to roll. And this is their revenge game going to Philly this Sunday. And they've been waiting 10 months for this. And the thumbnail for that will be coming tomorrow when I put it up there so everyone to see. This is going to be a hell of a game Sunday. This is going to be, I don't think it's going to be close. I just think Philly is in trouble this week. Okay. Philadelphia's in a lot of trouble. So, game ball number 4 goes to the San Francisco 49ers. So, congratulations to all of them. Game ball number 3. This was tough, but I'm going to give it to Javon Holland. And you know how much I love Holland. I'm going to say what's up to you all in the chat. That was an easy give because he turned that whole boring-ass Dolphin Dolphins Jet game on Friday afternoon. I tried to stay up, and I did, but once Holland got the interception, that said lights out. You know what I'm saying? And Holland's having a hell of a year. So, Javon Holland, 99-yard interception return. It's good to see him balling like he's been doing. And congratulations to him. He wins number 3 game ball. Congrats, my brother. Game ball number 2. It's not that hard. Oh, man. And, this is very crowning moment for me because, and I'm very proud of this young man because everybody been bashing him, saying he's no good, and he's a bum. So, game ball number 2 is not only going to that young man in the thumbnail, but also his teammate Rashad Gary. Exactly a year ago, this past weekend, he tore his knee in the Silverdome of Detroit. So, Jordan Love, Rashad Gary, the whole Green Bay Packer team, congratulations, number 2 game ball. Let me see if Azriel pulled up yet. There we go. Got eye testers up here. Azriel's up here. What's up, fellas? Let me finish. One more guy, and I'm done. Number 1 is a guy who I really, I usually put quarterbacks in the category, but what a tremendous job Jalen Hurts did Sunday, including late in that game and in overtime, to just take that game in his own hands and beat the Buffalo Bills by himself. What a job. What a job. And them paying him the money they gave him back in the summertime with the beautiful Nicole Lynn as his agent, that was money well spent by Jeffrey Lurie. So, Jalen Hurts, what a performance, bro. Number 1 game ball for week 12. Congratulations to Jalen Hurts.
That.
Say again?
He deserved that. And it's crazy because I'm not an Eagles fan, but them 5 touchdowns, they wouldn't have had a chance in this game. I still have Lamar as my MVP, and then a slight, it depends on how the Chiefs round up the last quarter of the season. Depending on how Mahomes plays, I'll have him as my MVP. But right now, to me, it's neck and neck between him and Lamar. In my opinion, some people might say Hurts is bigger, but I just feel like Hurts is playing great situational ball, whereas he's the best player on the field in the fourth quarter. But from quarter 1 to quarter 4, from quarter 1 to quarter 3, I think Josh Allen outplayed him. But of course, always matters in the clutch. I think he's the most clutch quarterback this season by far. And if he wins it, it'll be because of that, because they're the best situational football team we've seen not only this year, but in a long time.
Okay. I will say this. I think there are some media members who don't speak loud enough, but this Philadelphia San Francisco games go to everything we need to know. And remember, Ravens go to San Francisco Christmas night. So,
Ooh, Lord have mercy. It's going to be crazy.
I think there you go. I think the Chiefs are dead. And the reason is I don't like their receiving core. I mean, to beat the Raiders the other day, they had to use trick plays on offense. When you're doing that, you know things are bad. So,
I gotta say this. At one point in time, they were down 14.
Yeah, 14's up.
And I was watching that game, and I honestly thought, I mean, that Raiders team is still getting their stuff together, but next year that division gonna be crazy. It's not gonna be. It's just gonna be like a Patriots situation where they dominated the division for a minute, but you're gonna have to deal with. Let's say Herbert gets a new coach, you're gonna have to deal with that, and then you're still gonna have to deal with the Broncos. The Broncos beat you one time already for the year, and then you got to deal with the Raiders as well, playing great because the Raiders are no slouch. It's just they have bad coaching, but they're gonna have to. People question why didn't Andy Reid try to get another receiver, like maybe a little slot receiver, a little possession receiver that gets you like a third, second down on the first, a first down on the second and third, or something like that. Somebody in the slot that can ease off the pressure off of Kelsey. But I don't know. I don't know what they're trying to plan out.
You out in Kansas City. I forgot about that.
I'm actually in Brooklyn, but I'm actually in Brooklyn. I'm a Steelers fan. True. Shout out to us for actually having
I was the one who told you that you need an offensive line.
And you're absolutely right. And I wanted to get rid of Kenny Pickett, but I like how they look. And I was no. It's funny. Before I came on, I was like, Mace. If I would have a team, Mace would be the first person I have for a GM. But you only get 4 years though.
I appreciate that, man. I Tess, you there, bro?
What's up, motherfucker?
What's up, Tess? Before I continue, I got some sad news to say. You know how I love Sean so much, and Sean's up here for the rest of the week. Everybody say a prayer for him and his family. He lost his grandmother yesterday.
Oh man, my condolences, Sean. Sorry, man.
So
how to hear that, bro?
Yeah, man. And I told him how much how much I care about him, and he's not too far from me. And I told him that I said if you need something, just hit me up, and we'll hook up, and I'll come see you. And I just want to say to Sean, we love you in here, bro. And Godspeed to your grandmother, man. And I wish your mom well too, and your siblings, bro. So sad, bro. Like I said, I put human beings before I do slam dunks and touchdowns. So Sean, we love you, and I'm glad you're with you from all of us, man. Yo, Tess, bro, what you think about Sunday? You've been waiting all year for this, bro.
All fucking year, nigga. Should have put a fucking helmet. Oh my God. Even though I fuck with Jalen, you know how I feel about Jalen Hurts. This Sunday, put a helmet on him, dog. We owe him that, dog.
It's a big Niner fan,
bruh. If we would have put a helmet on him and they would have won that game, they would have went into that Kansas City Super Bowl better prepared. But we owed him a helmet, dog. We owed him a couple helmets.
San Francisco completely healthy for this game, and this is why
we finna bust they ass, my nigga. Like this shit is personal.
Yeah, I'll be up here Sunday.
I'm so
good. Good, Rick. Go ahead.
Gonna bust their ass, bro.
As real
Pittsburgh fan, just like we bust Pittsburgh ass, bro. We finna bust their ass, bro. I remember before the preseason, they were talking about Pittsburgh finna beat us the first game. We went up there and flipped y'all. That's the same thing we finna do to Philly. Flip them motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Hey, that's real. You're 7-4, bro.
Hey, you know what? We could win
Yeah,
the
go ahead.
last 5. How many? How many more games? We got 5 more games. 7-4. What's
6.
that? That's 11.
6.
6 more.
I looked at the schedule. We got the Bengals. We do got the Ravens. I don't think we're gonna win that game, but we got the Bengals. We got the Colts. I think we play the Patriots. I looked at the rest of the schedule. We can win
And the Bengals
last
again.
5 out of it. Yeah,
Bro, but why?
I think
Your quarterback is trash. Like, you went out and then what? You get spanked in the playoffs. Your quarterback trash.
He played pretty well last game. We got rid of our coordinator. Here's my thing. You know, the crazy thing is, I have friends that are alleged Steelers fans, and I said I would trade JJ. I would trade JJ Watt to get Caleb Williams in the first round. People were like, "Nah, you can't do that," and they were like,
"You got TJ,
huh?"
You
what I'm saying. I'm sorry,
Watt.
TJ Watt. That's what I'm.
Relax,
I would trade TJ Watt to get Caleb Williams, or who I also like Penix as well. I mean, even Bo Nix would look well in our system. Bo Nix reminds me has a little Ben Roethlisberger in him. But Caleb Williams,
everybody
crazy,
says that. Everybody says that about these college quarterbacks. Even me, bro. Like, I was a victim to Trey Lance. You don't know what the college quarterback gonna do until he's in the NFL. Everybody thinks Joe Burrow's great. Look at Joe Burrow. Like, he's out the league again, bro. That's
Nah, you know, I loved Joey in college, man. Like with him, Jefferson, and what's Chase.
Yeah,
what? That to me was the that was like the best LSU. Go ahead, my fault.
Yeah, keep talking, bro.
Yeah, his team was stacked.
Yeah, go ahead, Will.
To me, the thing about LSU, I mean not LSU, the same thing about the Bengals, and it's funny because they're like our rivals. They're like what the Bulls are to what the Knicks were to the Bulls in the 90s, right? Like their little brother. So to me, what they're missing is they have a great spread offense, you know, West Coast offense, whatnot, but their offensive line is not that great. That's what everything else is pretty. Honestly, I think they could have beat the Rams in the Super Bowl, but that's another discussion for another day. Joe Burrow is clutch, man. I mean, he's beaten Josh Allen and he's beaten Mahomes in the same season. I mean, in the same postseason. So you can't say that he's trash. Like if it's always a rotation between him, is either him or, to be honest, Lamar. I don't really put Josh Allen. If I were to say, if you would give me choose 3 top quarterbacks in the AFC specifically, it would be them 3. I don't put Josh Allen up there anymore because he makes too many unnecessary mistakes or forces too many passes. You know, game on the line. I'm choosing them 3.
What do you think, Tess?
Let me ask you, if Josh Allen, let me ask you, was Josh Allen in your top quarterbacks before this season?
No,
he was never in your top. Okay, so
let me say, he was before the postseason of last year. He could have cracked it, but when I saw him play the Bengals in the snow, and they routed them like 24-3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
I was like, and top of that, Stephon Diggs, like he not even getting any burn. He has like 5 touchdowns for the year, I think. Well, I don't know, but before last game, he had like 5 touchdowns. Before that Eagles game, he had like 5 touchdowns. I feel as though he needs to have somebody like a Brian Dable to rein him in and stop forcing these passes. Like some of these passes, like I remember when they played the Jets the first game and he threw a pick into the end zone in double coverage, trying to force it like right in the middle of the safety. Not like it was a one-on-one and his man beat out the corner and all he got left is a safety. Like he's trying to fit it in between a safety and a corner, and it's like, dog, like you don't gotta make those passes. And it's not like it was on a fourth down. It was like a bomb pass. So it's like one of them deep throws, and it's like, dude, you don't gotta. He reminds me a lot of Brett Favre, but with Brett Favre, it's like you live. It's like you live when they say you live by the three, you die by the three.
Yeah,
you live with Brett Favre making them plays, and then you die. You're gonna have to die with them plays as well.
Okay, that's a great analogy.
The reason I asked you was my point with why I say what's his name?
Josh Allen.
Not Josh Allen.
Crazy.
But
I off, but I would people gonna be like you're gonna think to yourself, I'm crazy for saying this, but then you might think about it. I would take Brock Purdy over Josh Allen right now.
I feel you, because that's what I'm saying. Like for me, a quarterback, yeah, you have to have all the attributes, but it's what's going on in your head. And a lot of what Brock Purdy has is all mental. It's all what he sees before and after pre-snap. You feel what I'm saying? So
exactly.
That's why I like Brock Purdy, like you said. The reason why I don't like Joe Burrow, which is why I remember you were talking about why Joe Burrow's a top quarterback. I put him in the same vein as Josh Allen. That's why I asked you if Josh Allen was a top quarterback to you. And the reason I asked about those two quarterbacks specifically is I see the NFL has a concerted effort to make certain quarterbacks into something that they're not. And I never thought Joe Burrow was on that tier. Lamar, yes. Allen, yes. Even Tua to a degree, because he sees the game a certain way that Josh Allen doesn't, and even your boy Joe Burrow doesn't. Joe Burrow has the advantage of having Jamar Chase. Now you were mentioning that LSU team. That was the one and only time we saw Joe Burrow flourish, because I don't know if you know his history. He was at Ohio State prior to going to LSU and got beat out. And made him transfer. You feel me? So that's what I mean. So when a quarterback has that in his background and then he goes to a stacked team like LSU was, the only time he shined and not really, because Jalen Hurts, he led Alabama 2 years straight. The only reason Jalen Hurts lost a national championship game was to Deshaun Watson. Then he got replaced. Then he went to your boy Oklahoma. You know what I'm saying? So Jalen Hurts, everywhere he went, he won. That's why niggas like me, like these people could tell you. I was telling these guys when they were trying to draft Tua to Miami that they should have drafted Jalen Hurts. So I know all about like these top quarterbacks and what you're talking about. That's why I don't feel Joe Burrow is a winner because Jamar Chase. When Jamar Chase, because remember, Joe Burrow was there in Cincinnati before Jamar Chase got there. In that rookie season, what happened? He got lost for the season, and he wasn't looking that impressive. And then Jamar Chase came into the fold.
Let me ask you, do you think if Joey B had someone like a Kelsey at center and a nice left tackle and Lane Johnson, you don't think the Bengals would be like 13-14-2 or like 13?
No, but you're talking about like
you took you a lot to think about.
No, it's not that, because we could just start replacing players from each team, and then we could just keep making arguments day and night. What I'm talking about is what's going on now. We could do hypothetical till we, you know what I'm saying, blue in the face. Let's talk about what's happening.
No. But you're missing the caveat to this. Two things. One, same thing when the people always. I know if you feel this way about Burrow, you probably feel this way about Herbert. Neither of them had a great O line. I
like Herbert.
You said you like Herbert, but you
I
don't
like
think Burrow
Herbert,
is.
I'll give you my reasons why I like Herbert, but let's continue on Burrow.
Let me say this about Burrow though. Out of like the three quarterbacks that I mentioned, in terms of Lamar Jackson and Patrick Mahomes, he's played better, arguably with less, in the sense that he's out of both of those other two players that are considered MVP candidate. Why the people that already won MVPs I'm talking about, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's had an inferior offensive line compared to both of them. However, whenever he played Mahomes, even Mahomes admitted that recently on a podcast, like him and he feels it's like 1A and 1B between him and Joe Burrow, in the sense of they compete at the highest level against each other. Like they always bring their A game whenever they go against each other. For the matter of fact, one, Burrow beat him the first time they played in Joe's second year, if I'm not mistaken.
Burrow beat him the first
exactly. He exactly. And on top of that, I remember Mahomes admitted that. And then second off, the last time that he lost, they lost by because of a flag play. If you want to argue it, I mean, it was neck and neck. That game could have went either way when they played at Arrowhead. Or was it Arrowhead? Was it not Arrowhead? Or I think it was at the Paul Brown Stadium. I'm not sure.
That's real. You're wrong.
Yes.
You're doing great. It was an Arrowhead.
Exactly. I watched that game. That was an intense. That game could have went either way, right?
Yeah.
If you, like I said, if you give Joe more time in the pocket to throw with a Lane Johnson and a Kelsey at center, you can't tell me with Diggs, not Diggs, Boyd and Higgins and Jamar Chase, and then you got Mixon in the backfield. You mean to tell me they couldn't win the AFC North every single year on some Peyton Manning winning like 12, 13, 14 games a year kind of thing? Come on now.
All right. What you're talking about is the perfect team. Any quarterback would look good if they had that O-line. You feel what I'm saying? So we're not even talking about that. That's why I'm trying to stay with what the teams have. Because if I start replacing people on certain teams and putting them on certain teams, if they look like this, like if I took Jamar Chase away from Joe Burrow and I gave Joe Burrow that whole offensive line that you're talking about, and I took Higgins away and I gave that to Hurts, it'll be different. You feel what I'm saying? So we could do that till we blue in the face. That's why I didn't want to do that. I just wanted to talk about the team as they're constructed now.
You're saying that you feel as though you don't put Joe in the same category as a Mahomes or Hurts. And I'm saying if he had more time.
And a Herbert.
If he had more time. But he has more playoff wins than Hurts and Herbert. So I don't understand.
Right.
Like it's not
all right.
And he competes. He gets even better in the post. He's beaten pretty much outside of Lamar Jackson. He's beaten the top quarterback. He's beaten Josh Allen. He's beaten Mahomes. He's beaten several teams.
Can I make my argument now for why I believe why he's not? All right. He's not on Mahomes level because Mahomes have won 2 Super Bowls. You feel me? Like you could almost get there all you want, but until you win it, that counts for me. So that's why he'll never touch Mahomes as of right now. You could beat him in the regular season. You could beat him whatever you want to. But that's what I mean. I don't care about the head-to-head. When it counted for the bowl, he didn't get it done. So Mahomes has 2. He has none. Mahomes has an MVP. He has none. Lamar has an MVP. He has none. You feel what I'm saying? And then when you go to Herbert, the reason why I give Herbert the nod over him is because I go back to college. Because what you do in college for me it kind of tells me who you're going to be in the league. I mean, you could disagree, but it is imperative data out there that tells you that if you paid attention to Jalen Hurts in college, you would have seen the trajectory that he was on. That's why I have more faith in Justin Herbert than I do Burrow, because, like I said, Burrow went to a stacked situation after being basically beat out in Ohio State by inferior quarterbacks. Herbert, on the other hand, was the consensus #1 pick the year he was supposed to. His junior year, he was supposed to come out that year. Before Tua came out the next year, he was going to be the #1 pick that year. He went back to school to an inferior Oregon team, and his stat. I let you talk the whole time. I never interrupted you. Right? Let me finish making my point, and then you know what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, when he went back to school, that's why his draft stock took a hit, and that's why he got picked behind Tua. And if you know football, like you say you do, everybody knows San Diego has been a dumpster fire ever since the days of LaDainian Tomlinson and Phillip Rivers. So whatever's going on in San Diego, he has no control over. He needs to be in another situation, unlike Joe Burrow, who only takes off when Jamar Chase takes off. If Jamar Chase isn't going off that day, I guarantee you Joe Burrow didn't have a good day. And 2 out of the 4 or 5 seasons he's been in the league, he's lost 2 seasons. One to an ACL, and now the second one to what? What he lost the season to?
A wrist injury.
A wrist injury. So your quarterback is endurable at this point. That's 2 years of his short career he just got his second contract, and he's had 2 season-ending injuries. So add that to the list.
Let me say this about Burrow, and I've been saying up here. I think Burrow now, and it's sad what I'm about to say, I respect the hell out of him. He went to San Francisco this year and dominated. I look at Burrow as a winner, but I think one problem is now, and beginning now, I'm going to put him in this category as real. Now, he's definitely injury prone, bro. I mean, when the only year he played the whole year, they got to the bowl. I agree with that one, and a championship game. But that said, now, like Tess said, he lost most of his rookie year, and he's gonna miss all of half of the second season for him, second half of the year. But I do understand where you're coming from, Azrael, when it comes to Joe Burrow.
And don't forget, before last year, he was out for the whole preseason. He had a appendectomy or some shit. So he's always under the knife or some shit.
Can I say this then? And this is what kind of got him in the web now. Got you now. If Jalen Hurts loses against the 49ers, wouldn't that mean that you can argue that Joe Burrow is better than him?
You can't go by a 1-game sample.
No, but
I'm talking about.
No, we can know. What I'm saying is the 49ers are arguably the best. I watched that. I made sure to watch that game because the Bengals were on a like a 2-game winning streak, if I'm not mistaken, and they eviscerated our secondary. Like it was just looking crazy. It was like he was like pick, boop, 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 boop. He was on doing his magic. What I'm trying to say is, if the 49ers beat them, you would have to at least give the slight edge to Joey in the sense that he beat the best NFL. He beat the best team in the NFL. Something that Jalen Hurts didn't do this year. You would have to give him a slight edge.
I gotta give Kirk Cousins a slight edge, though. You feel what I'm saying? Kirk Cousins beat us this year. You think Kirk Cousins is a top quarterback? How about Deshaun Watson? That's who I think is a top quarterback. I just don't think. I think either he's not playing well because he's in Cleveland, or maybe he did miss his prime for those 2 years. But actually, for me, it was Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. And I had Deshaun Watson before all the allegations as the top quarterback in the NFL. As far as age, athleticism, processing, arm strength, everything you could name, leadership, the whole nine. Deshaun Watson had it before the whole allegations. But I don't
I
know,
think he
bro.
lost.
You think he's done? Or it's just
No,
Cleveland? He wants to get the fuck out of there.
I think it's Cleveland.
Bro,
I think he has
nothing grows in Cleveland, bro.
He has the weapons. They have. See, my thing is another thing too, and I hear it's funny because you like Deshaun Watson, but on ESPN and on Fox they be roasting him, and I could understand why. They feel that way because you have a top defense. You got Denzel Ward and you got Myles Garrett. Them two right there put you over the top amongst a lot of teams. Then you got Amari Cooper, and the only thing out in his defense I would say is I forgot his name, but I was watching that game. The running back he broke his leg. Like I forgot what his name was.
Nick
Chubb. Yeah, Chubb, and Chubb was in the lead but it was between him and Swift for the Eagles that had like the most yards, right? You got Amari Cooper, and then you got that Nigerian tight. I forgot his name. I don't know his name, but the tight end that has like the Nigerian name and whatnot. He can play. So
no, they got a team. I feel what you're saying, but it just might not be for Cleveland, bro. Like I don't know. It's something about them in San Diego. It's like no matter what they have, it's just not in the cards for them. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he just don't want to be there, bro. I don't know. But Deshaun Watson, I remember he had nothing in his last year. That Texans team had nothing, and he led the league. So I was like, damn, if he could do that with that, what the fuck is going on with this? So it's either like you said, he's done, or he just don't want to be there, in my opinion.
Also, he's not healthy right now. So I would,
he's done for the season.
Unlike Joey a pass, I would give Deshaun a pass. I still like one more season from him, and then see where that goes. But he got guaranteed money. Why not just play it out?
You ain't got no choice.
Yeah, like no one else is going to get that guaranteed money anyway, so you might as well play. And if not, I was going to say this one thing. If not, it ain't like he's gonna. If he doesn't play well in Cleveland, after this, he'll be a backup at best.
Here's the thing: he's wasting a championship caliber defense because that defense ready to go. And for me, like watching football, when you have a side of the ball that's dominant, you try not to waste that year if you have a championship window. And who knows if that defense is going to be the same way next year or the year after that. So the fact that he's not right now, they have this championship level defense and they can't capitalize on it. Even if he is right next year, they might not have that defense. So when you waste a championship defense, I kind of think it puts you behind the 8 ball. That's why 49ers, they fortify that every year. They make sure year in and year out, we're going to have a championship defense around here. That's why, bro. And go back to your Jalen Hurts question. If he loses, bro, we owe him an ass whooping, man. Like, their team not better than our team. I'm trying to tell you, that Eagles team is not better than the 49ers. If he take an ass whooping from us, and here's what's funny, a lot of people forget, not last year, but the year before, we beat them. We went to Philly and beat them with Jalen Hurts. So it's like a distant memory in people's mind, but we've gone down there and beat their ass. That shit ain't nothing, bro. Jalen Hurts means something to everybody else. We 49ers, bro.
I do have you guys win. I feel as though what's his name coming to your team made y'all pretty much unbeatable from the Commanders.
Yeah. Chase.
I with Chase Young and what's his name? And Bosa. It's like it reminds me of, like, no lie, this team reminds me of the Broncos team that beat Cam Newton a little bit, in the sense of on the defensive end. It's like And then Travarius Ward, I think I pronounced his name right. He is becoming like a premier corner to me.
Yeah,
But I just feel as though
he's
between
okay.
the two, it's like it's like I mean, he played great last game, but it's like you having DeMarcus Ware and Von Miller at one end, and then having DeMarcus Ware at the other. It's like, to me, it's like the same thing, right? To have two defensive ends
monsters
that are that arguably could be Hall of Fame eventually Chase Young, I think definitely, if he stays with the 49ers. That is going to be a very interesting thing. I'm going to see the formations of how they line up against the 49ers. This game is going to be about the trenches. Whoever establishes running game first, I think is gonna win out. I don't think it's gonna be a lot of drop back, like 5-6 step drop backs. It's be like whoever could run the ball better and who could maintain game possession of the clock. I feel like they're gonna win. And I give that edge.
This
I
game
think
is about who had.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm listening.
Now I was gonna say I think Deebo Samuel's gonna be the X factor. I think they're gonna have him playing a lot of screen plays, and I think he's gonna like blow the top off of the Eagles defense.
Man, I don't know. I think this is about who has ownership over the Cowboys, or Cowgirls, as I call them. Like, this is who owns the Cowgirl. Like, you know, Philly, like, they in my division, we own them. We like, nah, we own them for all the history.
I'll say this though.
So this is the pink slip on the Cowgirls. That's what this game is.
Yeah, you're right about that. But here's the thing: I could see the Eagles losing to the Cowboys. I could see that
Cowgirls.
Cowboys. I'll just say Dallas. I don't like the Cowboys either, but I could see, because if that game was
Cowgirls.
a really good game, the Cowgirls, and and if you watched that, if it wasn't for, like, you know, I'd be feeling bad for Dallas fans, man, because it'd be like
don't
these
feel
little.
bad for them.
It's either that Des Bryant.
I feel bad for them.
That other play when they played the Eagles the last time, like it was like, damn, like
I loved every second.
You crazy, man. I'll say this, honestly, about I think this is the week San Francisco lets the world know that they've been the best team for a while in the NFC. I just don't like the Eagles against them at all. I don't. I just think San Francisco is superior all around the board against them. I do.
Appreciate that, Mace. We're going to make you proud, bro. We're going to put a helmet on that boy. I fuck with Jalen. That's
yeah, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't want to cut you off.
Nah, you good. Hey, by the way, I want to ask you about this.
Hey, before you go ahead,
about his name.
That boy, pull up, bro. Hey, let me ask you this: where do you watch your football? Azrael, where do you watch your football, family?
I have this little app on my phone that I watch it from.
That's all you have to say, bro. We're not going to get you in trouble up here, man. Okay. well, respect about you tonight, young man. You come out firing, man. I could tell by listening to you tonight. You are like me. You're watching the league. I test too. We're watching the league. Seriously, and you should come up here more often, bro.
This year, I'm gonna try. I'm still in school too. That's another thing too. That's why. And then what happens is I work.
No, I'm just gonna say, when you take a break, and you just want to pull up and talk football, NBA, just pull up, bro.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I wanted to say this too.
Okay.
I want to see how Jalen. I want to see how he does against RPO plays. In the sense, I want to see how they're going to try to contain him or they're going to try to QB spy him. I want to see what the 49ers are going to do.
Bust his ass. Bust his ass. You gonna see. That's what we're gonna do.
I totally agree with you, Atlas. I think they're gonna beat the hell
Yeah,
out.
we finna, bro. We killed the head, the body dead, nigga. All
Killed
eyes
Philadelphia Sunday, bro.
All eyes
I'm just
on
serious.
Jalen Hurts, bro.
That's gonna be a nasty game in Philadelphia, bro.
Bro, we finna try to put him out for the year, my nigga. I ain't even playing with you, my nigga. You put my quarterback out for the year. Y'all been talking shit. We finna try to put that boy out. I'm trying to tell you.
Hassan
fuck
Reddick
with
told
him,
you guys a
dog.
bunch of crybabies.
Oh yeah. We finna see who's finna be crying after this game.
So let me ask you, how many sacks you realistically? How many sacks you think the Niners gonna have on Jalen?
Bro, they've been averaging 3 a game. They had 5 against Trevor Lawrence. They had another 5 the other day against the last team, Geno Smith.
Yeah,
they averaging 5 sacks a game, dog. So nothing less than 4 or 3. We gonna put it, bro.
From watching Philly, the one problem I have with them is the coach's arrogance about his power running game. And
we're gonna shut that shit up, man.
Yeah, when you go up against the team, and San Francisco's healthy now. This is not the same team you saw in January where the quarterback where the 49ers was playing without a quarterback in that championship game. Now they're healthy.
They've been strutting around ever since. Big and bad. Okay.
I want to ask Mace a question because I feel like
that's whatever you want, man.
A little bit biased. I want an unbiased opinion on this from Mace.
Okay.
But, the thing of them going like on 4th and 1 or 4th and inches, they call it the brotherly shove. Do you think it's gonna be effective against that the 49ers interior line? I
don't know. I really don't know. I think the one thing with the 49ers, again, and I'm not a 49ers fan, I'm a Dolphins fan. But
you're a Green Bay fan. You're a cheesehead.
I'll get to Jordan Love with you after I was going to say too, Asriel, I don't know, man, because I've been on the Niners since I met Ites, to be honest with you. I think, I don't know, something tells me San Francisco is ready to dominate.
Revenge, motherfucker. Revenge.
I really believe that. And I think all these media people who have the audacity to put Dallas on the same level as them, I don't know about that.
We finna show you how. We finna show y'all how to handle Philly.
Also,
they the bullies. Okay, we finna show y'all who the bullies.
Let me add this to what we're talking about. You guys are talking about. If Brock Purdy wins this game and he has a big game, Brock Purdy will skyrocket in the MVP race, because after they play Seattle again, and then they play who they play after that? They play somebody else. Baltimore Christmas Day. Yeah, the Niners schedule is easy until they play Baltimore.
Mm-hmm.
So if they win this game, they don't have to worry about anything until Christmas.
True.
Look, man, I'm gonna put a helmet on that boy.
I do think the Ravens will beat them. I know. I just like, what the hell? I do. I like how the Ravens play, in a sense of they can beat you in multiple ways. Now the question will be if they're gonna still have Andrews. I want to, because not only do you lose a tight end, but you lose an extra blocker as well, and that's
he's done for the year.
Damn, I don't even know that. Yeah, so
which guy's out for the year?
Andrews. The tight end.
Yeah, he's out for the year. Andrews is out for the year. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think it might be the Niners win the Super Bowl this year.
Yeah, we're gonna put a helmet on everybody.
I'm still, with me, I know there's a lot of football to play, but I will say this: if Philly wins this game, then Philly's gonna win the NFC.
You got me fucked up.
They win this game, the Eagles. I will come up here next Tuesday night and give them all the praise, bro. And
You ain't gonna get shit from me.
I'm not an Eagles fan, but they win. They brought this up Sunday night at the game when they was doing the game. Jim Nantz was bringing this up. One of the reasons why Philadelphia wins, half of their rosters from Alabama and from Georgia.
You didn't know that? I been knew that. I said, yeah, that's their nucleus. That's what the Dolphins tried to do. Dolphins tried to get all Alabama.
No, go ahead, Tess.
No. I was just gonna say, Miami tried to get all Alabama, all Georgia. That's smart.
Mm-hmm.
Them boys got championship pedigree. But you fucking with the Niners, nigga.
That's for you, Azrael. You know why I put that up there for you?
I'm sorry. Repeat what you said. Sorry.
No, this thumbnail
what?
I did.
Sorry.
Wrong. What's up, family? The thumbnail I put up just now. My nephew did this thumbnail for me 2 months ago. And the reason why I did that thumbnail because I said that it is Lamar Jackson's MVP to lose. And I still believe that.
Yeah.
Purdy doing that? If Purdy beat Jalen Hurts and Lamar, Purdy getting that MVP, bro.
Yeah, I agree with that. Purdy will get it.
Possible, but
if he wins, I know he's going to win in Philly. If he beats the Ravens on Christmas night with the whole world watching, yeah, the one of the MVP will be that game. If Brock wins, he's the MVP. If Lamar, he's going to be the MVP.
Yeah, I'll also say a dark horse in it. I still think Mahomes has a shot. Depending on how they win the rest of the year.
They can win the games, but again, his receivers blow, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, they ain't gonna win it because of him. I mean, he ain't gonna win it because of the receivers.
Yeah.
First time he'll be on the road for the playoffs, too.
Yeah, that'll be a very interesting thing to watch. Damn, I forgot what to say.
This was crazy about Mahomes.
Yeah, go ahead, my fault.
Go ahead. No,
go ahead,
Now, I just want to say this. I think if the Ravens play out well their games, I think it has to go to Lamar for the mere fact that he doesn't have Andrews for the rest of the season. I think he probably have a strong chance of winning the MVP. But go ahead, Itess.
The reason why I say it is you look at the entire schedule, even the Rams are in the playoff hunt. They're one game behind the Vikings, them and the Packers. So the Rams are going to be a big game when the Ravens come off their bye. They're on their bye this week. So this is what I told some Dolphin idiots when they was talking all this shit back in week 3 about their quarterback. I said, bro, it's a long season.
Look at Denver.
That's right. And wouldn't that be something? Denver against Miami, first round of the playoffs. Wouldn't that be something?
Wild card. That would be crazy.
That would be sick, bro.
Could happen. I've been telling people that. You remember when the 49ers took that, they lost 3 games?
Mm-hmm.
I say, you know why? You remember what's that cornerback for Detroit, Charlie Gardner-Johnson?
Yeah.
Remember he was talking shit about Debo when they came out against Cleveland and they were fighting, and he was like, man, look at Debo, and they went back and forth for that week.
Yeah.
What if the 49ers knew they were going to get the first seed after the Dallas game and said, fuck that. We want the second seed so that our first round game could be Detroit. just so he could whoop their ass. That'll be gangster, bro. Like that'll show, bro. We know we can go, but fuck the first seed. We just want to play Detroit for whatever reason. That'll be hard because if they run, not if, when they run over Philly and get that title over the Cowgirl, ownership, nigga, who you see gonna fuck with these boys? Who? Just Lamar. That's about it. That's the only little speed bump in the road.
Yeah.
And that's pretty early to be locking up the NFL season around week 14.
Unless injury, like your defensive,
ain't no fucking injury. We going
like
out
your
there.
defensive front gotta be solid. Like you need to have both defensive ends like purring like a well-oiled machine, because to me you need two edge rushers to defeat a team like an Eagles or even a Detroit Lions, to be honest with you. That's why Detroit lost against the Packers last week, or I should say Sunday, because they just can't. Goff had no time to throw and he can't run, so
Mace, remember that year we opened up in Detroit? Remember the opening game like 2 years ago?
2021, yeah.
What the hell we did to Detroit?
Well, you blew a big lead. It's up 31-3.
No, but it was like 42 something, bro. Like we beat the shit out of Detroit, and then we went to Philly that very next week. So those teams ain't shit, man. I'm trying to tell you that the boss that we used to beat around was Aaron Rodgers. He's out the NFC. That's our fucking division, bro.
Speaking of Aaron Rodgers,
our fucking division. We used to beat him around. We sent him to the AFC. We said, get the fuck out of it.
Let me go to this. Let me go to this young man right here. You know where I'm going. I gotta do it. What a performance by Jordan Love on Thanksgiving Day.
Man, motherfuck that.
He's only one touchdown behind the golden boy, Tua Tagovailoa now.
Well, I didn't even know that.
And I got something else for both of you, for everybody. After Aaron Rodgers' first 11 games in 2008 with the Packers, he had 2,596 yards, 17 touchdowns, 9 picks. Jordan Love, after his first starting 11 games as the starter, has 2,596 yards, 19 touchdowns, 10 picks. Identical numbers for those two when they first years of starter in Green Bay.
Yeah, man, they have gonna be very interesting. Two divisions I think gonna be really interesting next year. The AFC West and the NFC North, because
I totally
want to know
with you.
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Yeah.
What's up, Platt? I agree with that. I think like the Packer players were telling Detroit players after the game, you only get in the division as a 1-year rental.
For real. Because they can come back next year and own the division, to be honest. And to be honest with you, I think the Vikings are just one quarterback away.
They can get that quarterback.
You could argue the same with the Bears together.
No, the Bears.
The Bears. I mean, see, now I was listening to. That's before I came up here. That's all I was listening to. Should they draft Caleb Williams or should they keep Justin Fields and try to get Marvin Harrison Jr.? And my thing is this: if you know teams like the Bears, the Jets, even I guess at this point maybe even could put the Panthers in it. If a team like those teams don't know how to develop their quarterback, You could put Elway behind that team. You could put Marino behind that team. If they don't have an offensive line and the player, they don't have a coordinator that develops the player and his attributes, the quarterback is going to always look like garbage. It doesn't matter how great they are coming out of college, because what's going to happen is, and they were talking about this online on like ESPN and on Fox, they were saying, let's say hypothetically they do get Caleb Williams. They're going to get Caleb Williams, and then after the first year, the team is not going to do great. Then the Bears are going to panic. Then they're going to get rid of Eberflus and the other dude. And then, boom, he's going to be with his second coordinator in 2 years. And it's just going to be rinse, wash, and repeat. Same thing with Justin Fields. You gotta give these players time. Jordan Love had time. Mahomes had time to develop. Not everyone is going to be like a Herbert or a Stroud and just come out the gate and just start like balling. Like some players take longer than others.
What's up, Plot?
What's up, man?
Oh man, this is a Tuesday night, chilling, just talking football. Got a smile on my face right now. Awesome last three shows, man. Congrats. Really cool.
All our shows are awesome, man.
I know that, but I'm not there half the time. I'm busy.
Got you. We got you.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you. What's up, Manzano?
Hey, to me, that the issue with what Azriel just said is that's sports fans as a whole in general. We have a lack of this generation of sports fans have a lack of patience to wait for players to develop and stuff like that. It was different when Mason Platt were younger. It seems like fans have patience to wait to see how players played out before giving up on them. This generation of sports fans doesn't have that patience, that patience and the patience to wait to see how these players are going to play out. They want the players to be a superstar out of the gate, and that doesn't happen.
It's not the fans. It's more the ownership, the GM. Remember, I've been telling you guys this. Justin Fields was not drafted by the GM that is there now.
Uh-huh.
He was drafted by the last regime who traded all that to get him. So he doesn't care about Justin Fields. He's saying, yo, soon I get rid of this clown, get my guy, because he loves Caleb Williams, then he's going to be a happy man, the GM.
This is what I can see happening. I can see them drafting Marvin Harrison at number 1. And honestly, I think the Cardinals are going to – I don't think the Cardinals draft Caleb Williams. They draft Drake May and stuff like that. And then when are both Bears picks in the top 5?
Top 3.
They got the 1 and the 4.
Yeah.
Got the 4? Okay.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams will be gone, bro.
You don't think who's picking number 3? The Patriots?
I don't know, but yeah, I could see the Patriots taking him in.
With how Michael Penix, do you think Michael Penix is worth a top 10 pick, Mace?
I don't know. I mean,
absolutely.
Who said absolutely?
Not to cut you off, Mace, but I think me and my friends at my job were arguing about it. I got Penix over Caleb Williams.
Okay.
I think he's actually going to be I have Penix. Yeah, I have Penix, and then I have Caleb, then I have Drake May, and then I have Bo Nix.
Okay.
Honestly, I predict Caleb going back. I think for me, Caleb is going back.
I don't see that.
He said it. He wants to actually win a championship.
Yeah, he can make NIL money now. You don't need to go in.
You're already doing commercials.
Let me ask you guys, because True.
You there, Israel? Because we faded out.
I wanted to ask you guys this. Yeah, I don't know if I'm working. Yeah, I was working out a little bit. I do have to run, but I just want to ask you guys a last question. If you were
Yeah, go ahead.
Caleb Williams and the Bears said they're going to draft you, would you stay in school or would you go to the draft?
I would stay
in school.
Damn, everybody said stay in school. I'm gonna say go play for the Bears,
bro.
Go.
For what? They're gonna make you look like Justin Fields and every other quarterback that got in there. Until they start building the organization and have a steady coach that know what the fuck is going on, bro, they ain't winning shit. So why would I go sabotage my rookie seasons with the Bears and end up like Mitch Trubisky? Come on, man. Fucked up.
The only way he goes pro if it's a stable organization like the Patriots picking at number 1 or something.
You think the Patriots are stable right now, bro?
Yeah, they're not even stable.
Oh no, but
he has to go to a offensive minded coach like a McVay or
That's
you know what I'm saying, somebody like that.
Are the Cardinals? Is the Cardinals coach offensive minded or is he a defensive guy, Mace?
Defensive coach.
Oh, okay. The Falcons, maybe? No, that's defense.
No, they ain't gonna be picking high enough.
Yeah, and like I said, like it's a mixture. To me, it's 50-50 what we were talking about earlier, Mace. It's the organization and the fan bases have a lack of patience to see how players pan out in general. Like this generation of GMs doesn't have the patience. Like the guy who's in Kansas City is still like he has that old school mentality. He had patience to see how Patrick Mahomes played out because they had what's his name?
You know why they don't have patience, Tony?
Why?
Quarterbacks ain't making money no more as a first round pick like they used to. So they can afford to say, "Oh, he sucks. Get rid of him."
Yeah.
No, but it gives you the leeway because remember before what was the last one? Sam Bradford, where he got all that money and then they found out he was trash. So quarterbacks now they're coming on the cheap.
Yep.
You try to win while they're on the cheap because you could put a team around them. And if you figure out in 2 to 3 years that he's not that, and you should be able to tell year one if you have a quarterback to build around. To me, Justin Fields, what fucks him up is he went to a program that never had a quarterback. You could talk all the way back to McMahon, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the quarterback that's going to resurrect that team, it has to have a defense like they used to have. They don't even have that anymore. So the Bears right now is a dumpster fire.
I agree.
Before a quarterback could go there, you have to have at least a defense and some type of semblance of a running game. And then you bring a quarterback and the receivers into that shit. Other than that,
McCaskies need to sell that team then.
No, never sell that.
They don't need to sell the team. It's just a difference in structure. Is it me or do most teams draft specifically a certain way? Like for years, you know what I'm saying? The Ravens are going to draft. The Pittsburgh are going to draft receivers, inside linebackers, and motherfucking
safeties.
D tackles and safeties. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The 49ers are going to draft motherfucking safeties, receivers, D tackles, D ends. You know what I'm saying? Who else? The Cleveland was going to draft quarterbacks. They draft everything. You feel me? Because they was always trash.
The Cowboys, the Cowboys always drafted O-line and receivers.
Exactly. Baltimore, they draft O-line, running backs,
middle linebackers.
You know what I'm saying? So every team have their formula, and it seems that Chicago didn't get the memo. They shit ain't working no more, bro. You need to switch that shit up. He never had a real quarterback.
Ever since the guy who drafted Urlacher left, I think that team has had trouble drafting, in my honest opinion.
Bro, they've never had a quarterback. Let me see. The last viable one you could say was Cutler. That was the last one.
I'm gonna
Jim
go
McMahon?
back and forth.
Jim McMahon?
He wasn't even drafted there.
Yeah, man.
I was gonna say Jim McMahon, maybe.
Nah.
But that's what I mean. They never had. You've never thought of Chicago and said, "Oh, there's a quarterback there." Ever.
It was all defense and
Because
running.
that's not their mentality. They believe in defense and the power running game.
I understand, but dog, you can't tell me. I mean, of all the years, you never can associate one quarterback with this team. Damn. That's a drought.
Yeah.
Fuck what the Dolphins and the 49ers been going through. That's a fucking drought right there.
Yeah. No.
I don't really care. So.
Yeah. No, and
somehow
that's a sickening part with the Chargers. That's a sickening part with the Chargers.
Within that time, they've been to a Super Bowl. That's what I be thinking, bro. Within the time I've been alive, I've seen Chicago in a fucking Super Bowl. I've never seen the Dolphins in a Super Bowl. Never. This shit is crazy, bro. Yeah, I had to bring it back to that, dog. This shit is crazy to me when I start thinking about it. Every fucking team but Miami and Detroit I've seen in a Super
Jets?
Bowl. Oh, the Jets. Fuck the Jets. I don't even think about them, but yeah. Everybody else. But the Jets at least went to an AFC championship.
The Jaguars?
Under Rex Ryan.
Jaguars went to 3 AFC championship games.
You feel what I'm saying?
The last time the Dolphins been to one.
Oh no, I'm saying
the Dolphins on the way out of Marino.
Yeah. No, I'm saying Super Bowl, not.
No,
not
I get it, but I'm talking about some type of championship push, nigga. The last playoff game, as I've been alive, that I could remember the Dolphins winning, and I was watching football in passing because I had shit going on, was when they beat Peyton Manning, bro. That's a long fucking time between. That's a long time between one fucking playoff win, and we talking about all these teams that have been to Super Bowls and championship games, bro.
New England needs to be the joke of the league, man. With all that
fucking, you remember their mascot? You remember their logo was the man with the helmet hiking the ball. That shit was retarded, bro.
Now they're the dynasty of the 21st century, bro.
In your division that used to be ran by Dan Marino, you had a quarterback come run your shit.
Jim
how many years?
Yeah, 20 years.
That shit is crazy to me, bro.
See,
I'm wearing a Dolphin right now.
You're borging a little bit, eye test.
Yeah, you're borging, fam. You're borging.
I'm wearing a. You hear me now?
Yeah,
you're better.
Yeah, I said I'm wearing a Miami hoodie right now because it's cold as shit in Miami, and I'm talking shit about them boys. Like that shit makes me mad.
Yeah, bro.
And you know what? You know what? Actually, I guess what pisses me off that I live where I live in Florida. I have a lot of teams from up north around me, fans from. And I get in arguments with Green Bay Packers fans, and they have the nerve to say they've never had great quarterback play. I'm like, what are you smoking?
You talking about Mace fans? Because Mace a Packer fan.
No. I'm talking about like old school, like
Man, cut that shit out. Mace ain't no Packer fan. He's a Dolphin fan.
All right, I'm telling you. You're a Packer fan.
No. But what I'm saying, what pisses me off, they had Aaron Rodgers, Bart Starr, and Brett Favre. But I can understand why they say they had, because they've only had one Super Bowl in the last 20 years, right, Mace?
One Super Bowl in the last 14 years.
explain that like discrepancy. How do you have Aaron Rodgers for 20 almost
15 years started?
15 years?
Yeah.
And
And Brett Favre, and you only manage what, two Super Bowls out of that?
and 3 trips in 30 years. To me, that, and I'm gonna tell you why that is. It's because Green Bay don't sign free agents really. Nobody wants to play there. It's too damn cold.
Hey,
That's what it is. And you either live and die with your draft picks. And that held the Dolphins back. Yeah, I know, fellas. Let me say this before I get back to the Green Bay Packers. Our prayers to Miss Molina. Our father's back in the hospital, so everybody say a prayer for her. So hope she's listening. I was gonna say back to Green Bay. Now you gotta admit, what a show he put on Thursday, bro.
so you a Packer fan? You got a fan?
What?
Packer fan.
What Jordan Love is evolving into in front of everybody's eyes, that's something you don't have in Miami. You don't even have C.J. Stroud in Miami.
and this is what pisses me off. How is it that the Chargers had three great quarterbacks in Dan Fouts, Phillip Rivers, and now Justin Herbert, and they haven't won an AFC or a Super Bowl? Like,
some franchises do this jinx, bro.
They built it on an Indian graveyard like the Dolphins.
Yep.
Shouldn't have did that. It's cursed.
Honestly, I think that's like that Indian graveyard thing. Is there evidence that there was an Indian graveyard there?
Bro, they put a casino, a Miccosukee casino right next to it. The Indians bought that part of the land.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah.
To all you Dolphin fans out here, you better beat Dallas in 3 weeks.
Yeah, put a helmet on them bitches, cowgirls.
We'll find out. Yo, Platt, you ready for Friday, bro? Wait, the Platinum pull back up. Man, I'm looking forward to Oregon, Washington on Friday, man.
Oh, I'm right here.
Ready for
now?
that?
I'll let you.
All right, man.
Not now. No, I'm not.
Okay. All right.
I will be though. I will be on Friday.
305's in the building. Chiefs over Green Bay on Sunday.
Do you see that game being close, Mace, or do you think Oregon or Washington is going to blow? Is that game going to be like a 3-point game, you think? Or do you think Oregon or Washington blows the other team out?
I think that'll be another close game, and it's indoors in Las Vegas.
Oh yeah, the last Pac-12 championship is in Vegas, right?
Yes.
You have to wait till around, what's today? You gotta wait till next week, man. You gotta wait. I mean, we gotta wait till at least the 30th. I can't tell you right now. Don't have the information.
That's okay. I mean, I'm just talking about the excitement of the game.
I personally think Washington, me right now, without all the information, I think Washington gonna beat them. I think that people are not underestimate Washington's defense. Washington got a defense, man. They can rush the passer and they can shut down. They got a good pass defense.
Hey, Mason Platts, you guys are old school. How sad it is that for you guys as old school college football fans, how sad it is that the Pac-12 just is disappearing now, basically. Like one of the old school conferences is basically
Pac-12. I could care less. I could care less.
You could care less?
Yeah, I don't care about the Pac-12.
How about you, Miss?
I'm gonna miss the basketball of it. The football, not so much.
Even when UCLA and USC in the early 2000s were like the talk of the town, basically.
No, I'm not gonna miss it.
Honestly, that's a horrible implosion. I feel this implosion of the Pac-12 was worse than the Southwestern Conference. The old Big 12.
Is, those teams are always getting frozen out of the playoffs.
Oh, the Pac-12?
They want to make the playoffs.
Nobody right now in the Pac-12 can compete in like this year's playoffs. They said if next year when it's 12, they'd have a shot. But even now, nobody in the Pac-12 can compete with anybody in the SEC. Even Florida State or Texas, they can none of them.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, I don't think. You name them. I don't think nobody in the Pac-12. Who could they beat?
Nobody.
Who could they beat? They couldn't beat. Certainly can't beat Florida State. They can't beat. Hell, they can't beat Missouri. Missouri ain't making no damn playoffs. Nobody in the Pac-12 could beat Missouri.
Missouri's having a great year.
They are having a great year, and nobody in the Pac-12 can beat them. So, it might be a pipe. It might be a dream for people to see the spread. I think Oregon played Georgia about a year ago, or maybe 2 years ago.
They got blown out.
Yeah, the guy came from Alabama. I mean, he came from my fault, Georgia. The guy, he was a coordinator or something. He went and took the Oregon job. And then, part of it, because he knows people, they gave Oregon I guess it was I don't know if it was at Georgia. I think it was at Georgia. It wasn't at Oregon. They blew him out. And it was his first year, right? Now, he's not going to, that stuff ain't going to work with them, man. I keep looking at the way they play. And then those wide receivers, have you seen how those wide receivers get knocked out of games when guys square up on them? They knock them guys out of the game all the time. Last week, the guy, I don't even know his number, but he kept catching them passes, and that guy finally laid his ass out. He was out for the fucking game.
Oh, Troy Franklin? I know what you're talking about.
He's real fast, and he'll catch it, and that dude caught his ass. He squared up on him, caught him, took him down, threw him, because he's light. He's probably 115, 6 feet, real fast. Real good unless you could put pads on him. Once you put pads on him, he can't take a hit. And that's from Arizona State, whoever they played. Georgia, Georgia ain't nothing but hitters. They can't play Georgia. They can't play Alabama.
They can't play Ohio State.
Yeah, they can't play Florida State. Once those guys start hitting them balls gonna start sliding out. And even Bo Nix, I mean, he's not going to the team I like. I don't care where he goes. He got booed out of Auburn. He can't play in the ACC. He can do all that time. All that's timing, man. That's 1, 2, 3, throw 15 yards up the field. 1, 2, 4, throw 20 yards. That's all. It's just those are timing routes. When you start disrupting that timing, that's when them balls start to fall down, incompletions, 1, 2, 3 kick, and then they fall behind. And that's another thing. When you play a SEC team, you got to defend your the pass rush. These guys, Bo Nix ain't gonna have no time to throw, man. That's why Washington beat them last time. When you put them against a good defense, they don't last.
See, I think a team like Oregon, like their playing style to me, benefits more towards like a conference like the ACC. To be honest, like the way they play. To be honest, Darren, to me, they're more of an ACC team than a Big 10 or SEC team. Do you agree, Platt? Or am I wrong?
What are you talking about? Who? Pac-12?
Oregon specifically.
They're a nice team. I mean, they're fun to watch, but
no, in terms of their playing style. Do you think they fit? Like, do you think it's a mistake?
I would put Oregon with the MAC, or with I would put Oregon with Liberty, with UTSA, with James Madison, with JSU. To me, they're the same. They're the same schools. It's just that they're Oregon, but they got a wide open offense, and But overall, they don't really have a good team. They don't play anybody, so they win games. So people think that they're good, but man, I'm telling you, when they got to play up Florida, if they got to put them against Florida State, you couldn't put them against Mizzou. You put them against a good team, that spread stuff don't work, man. They'll run a 4-6-1. You are not going. You'll get your wide receiver screens. You'll get your crossing routes, but you'll get no yards. And just like we see that guy, Oregon got that main guy. We see how they wrap that. Once you start, them guys so small. Once the defenders start hitting them, they can't play the whole game. They get knocked out of the game, or they fumble.
Yeah, and to be honest, when it comes to like I said, to be honest, I think Oregon, their playing style, because the conference plays no defense whatsoever, I say they're a Big 12 team, to be honest. If they the Big 12 doesn't play defense whatsoever, like a lick of defense. They're mainly an offensive league, so that wide open style of play only works in the Big 10. Like the Pac-12, the ACC, SEC is too physical. So is the Big 10 because they have defenses there.
Yeah, that's the thing. So they're gonna challenge you to make those throws, and once they start sending those linebackers and those defenders, he's not going to be able to sit back there and do that. And we see that with Washington. That's why Washington beat him. And even Penix is left-handed, and he's limited and stuff, and he didn't really have a good game. They 10 points. This is ridiculous. I don't know what they know. I got to go and look. They must know something. But Michael Penix, it's not him. They keep trying to make it about Bo Nix and Michael Penix. Look, man, if whoever you are as a GM, draft Bo Nix. If you think Bo Nix is the answer to your problems, draft him. That's all I got to say.
They think Michael Penix is a bigger version of Tua.
Because he's left-handed?
Yeah.
He reminds me a little bit of Tua too because of his limitations. If you haven't watched Tua lately, he ain't putting up those points no more like he did against the Broncos 3 months ago.
Yeah.
I don't know. Penix in a good offense with a good coordinator, I think Penix would be real good. But I don't think he'll. Now, on a bad team, no. Like you see with the Texans, no. But if he could do like a Brock Purdy, like Purdy's on the 49ers, if he could get on like you were saying, Denver, if he can get on a solid team and maybe not play this year, but next year, oh shit, I think Penix would be perfect.
How about this? I know it's never going to happen because of that, what we just said. How about him with a guy like McDaniel?
Who, Josh McDaniel?
No,
Miami's coach.
Mike McDaniel.
You know, as much as I like Mike McDaniel,
he never played.
No, hold on. Let me go a step further. Have you seen Mike McDaniel's offense last couple of weeks, Tony?
Yeah, sputtering.
Oh, they're lighting up the scoreboard like they did back in October?
Yeah, no.
There you go.
I told people that was a
They're not gonna. They first of all, they never get a chance, like you said. And two, even if he was wound up on that team, he'd never play. They're not gonna play him until they get rid of Tua. Tua would have to be off the team.
Well, let me just say this: if they don't win a playoff game this year, next year is it for them, bro.
Who, Tua?
I'm talking about the whole goddamn organization, bro.
Well, no,
Don't you think 25? No, back up. You don't think 50 years without a Super Bowl, 39 years, next year will be the 40th anniversary of Marino's Super Bowl? You don't think that weighs, bro? That's one of the main reasons why, Platinum, that this fan base is fractured. Because there's guys like me who saw the dynasty 50 years ago, and you got the rest of them haven't seen a damn thing.
But you guys, okay, you guys keep talking about Tua. I don't see Tua leaving for years unless they get rid of him. I don't see how. And then who you going to get?
Hey, that's what the draft is for, right?
Brother, they're not going to win. Miami ain't going to win. Look, Tua ain't that good. I mean, he fumbling and fucking up. But
picks.
I don't see who you're going to get.
Hey,
that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'm leaving that situation alone, bro.
You said, hold on, what's the guy? What's the North Carolina guy? Dax May? Is that his name?
Oh, Drake May.
Yeah, he's going number one now.
They could put Drake May in there, and Drake May couldn't do better what Tua do. You guys wouldn't win any more games.
Pass. I don't want him. Pass.
Hold on. You giving Tua all the credit why they win?
Yeah. But that for the Dolphins.
Why they win? All right, where's Tua without Tyreek Hill?
There you go.
No,
who's throwing to Tyreek Hill?
Thank you.
Who's throwing to him?
How's Mahomes doing without Tyreek Hill right now?
No, who's throwing to Tyreek Hill?
It's Tua, yeah, but he makes him.
Okay, get rid of Tua. Right? Okay. Now put in this Drake May guy. Right? No, I'm saying put in him, and he's not going to do. Like I said, he's not going to do any better.
No, all I'm saying is, I let Miami fans worry about him. I don't care about him. I've been saying that for the longest.
I've been saying it too, Uncle. What are you talking about?
So whatever he does, what they do with him, if they don't win with him, that's their problem.
Yeah, and like I said, and this is why my whole life I've been cheering for every other quarterback except my. This is why I've been a Aaron Rodgers fan my whole life. Because when I started watching the Dolphins, Dan Marino was already retired, and stuff like that. And we didn't know what Tom Brady was going to be. Let's be honest. Peyton, the first 2 years of his career were decent, but to be honest, that's why I became a Aaron Rodgers fan. Can you understand why that I did that, Uncle?
Yeah. I mean, it's obvious, but what I'm trying to tell Platinum is take Tyreek Hill off this team. We'll see what Tua is.
Take him off. You guys hired. I mean, you bought him. You paid him. He's a major part of the Dolphins, and Tua is a good passing quarterback.
It's all right.
Yeah, well, Miami needs more. They need a better defense. They just need more. Now, I hope they do get rid of Tua.
Yeah, I don't care about
that. They'll be worse.
Yeah,
Tua's not the Dolphins' problem. Dolphins got a lot of problems.
I say that. I agree with that. He's not the problem. But he's not the solution either. Like the way their fans make him out to be Jesus.
Yeah, I've been saying this. Like, to be honest, and Uncle has backed me off of it, Platt, because if they do this, they admit they made the wrong choice, training for a guy like Justin Herbert. Because I think Jim Harbaugh's staying in Michigan. There's no good coaches that are going to be available, to be honest, for the Chargers to hire, and Justin Herbert already. Herbert is saying that if they promote this guy, Kellen Moore, he's going to be pissed.
Okay. I mean, they'll have to figure it out.
Exactly. They have to figure it out. So I don't know what to think.
Yeah, none of those quarterbacks I'm looking at, I don't see any of those quarterbacks. It's a deep draft, a bunch of quarterbacks, a lot of guys, like you say, the Cardinals will take Bo Nix and they'll trade Kyler Murray. That's fine. I hope they do that, and I hope Kyler goes to a better team.
I can see him in Minnesota.
There you go. Go to a better team, and we'll see, man. A lot of those guys, other than you got Cabe Williams, you got Michael Penix. I don't see anything at all from them other guys. The guy for Duke, I don't even know his name. He got hurt. He looked like something.
The kid who the scouts, and he'll probably lose the Heisman to Bo Nix only because he got 3 losses. But everybody loves the kid from LSU, that skinny kid. They love him.
Jaden Daniels.
They love him.
He has way too much development, to be honest.
Okay. And Bo Nix, once again, Bo Nix, that's all system. Once Bo Nix goes to who's a hawk, say the Panthers, he goes to the Panthers. Okay. That's when you're really gonna find out if he can be a good quarterback. He goes to the Panthers, don't have nothing. Then what do you think you're gonna get from him?
So you think the Panthers already gave up on Bryce Young?
Hell yes.
Okay. You got Bo, so you got Bo Nix.
But here's the problem, Platt. They gave their first and second rounders to the Bears.
Okay, take the Bears. You got Bo Nix. Okay, you get rid of Fields. And you ain't looking for nothing really. No big deal. You get rid of him for 4 because you don't need him because you got to pay him. And then you bring in Bo Nix. Okay, Bo Nix on the Bears. What are you gonna get? Because unless you're gonna get that coach, it's a time he does a lot of timing throws. When he has to do it under pressure or out of the pocket, let's see how accurate he is. He showed in Auburn he couldn't do that. But Oregon has always been a timing offense. And then you look at the players. Them guys can't make it in the NFL. I don't have to go look this guy up. I saw him like 14. He's super fast. He's not even 130 pounds. He's probably like 115, 5'8" to 6 feet. Blazer. Very, very quick. His mobility, his movement. He's quick. He could stop.
Oh, DeAnthony Thomas.
Yeah, he could dip. You hit him with a slant. He take that thing home. Yeah, but those guys, the reason they talk about Marvin Harrison Jr. and not him is because Marvin can take hits. Marvin ain't as fast as him, but Marvin can catch, take hits. Marvin can run pro routes. That guy cannot take a hit. And we know that's what the NFL is about. So eventually, the NFL is going to say, okay, we can't get him, but when he runs that slant, that safety's going to walk down. They're going to catch him, and then, boom, he's out. He's out for the game. Then what? And he's fumbling. When they start hitting him, he's going to cough the ball up. The whole Oregon offense, spread offense, is okay, but it just don't work in the NFL because of the way the NFL is set up. Just too many headhunters, and also you got to do 17 games. You're getting constantly knocked on your ass. That's hard for a guy to get up. You see, these running backs can't even make that.
Yeah, hit that like button. Yeah. I hear you, man. I mean, hey, honestly, I leave college to college. And what I mean by that is, even though I like Bo Nix as the college quarterback, I don't know what Bo Nix is going to translate to the pros.
None of them really.
I agree with you, by the way, with that statement, which you just said. None of them.
Good. So that's what I'm saying. The NFL always gets a whole bunch of guys. Just like Brock was the last one chosen. He's starting now. You don't know what those guys, when they get an opportunity to start in the NFL, you don't know who's going to pan out, who's not, who will, who won't.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're right about that. Nobody knows. You gotta wait and see. I mean,
Look at Tennessee. They took the guy from Kentucky, Will Ferrer,
yeah,
and
well,
they've been playing like shit. So they benched Tannehill. They put him out. He started out. He had a half. He had a good half. Ever since then, it's like he's not even out there. So Tennessee ain't sold on him.
no, I agree.
Yeah. Somebody was talking about Washington. That guy, Sam, whatever his name.
Wow.
Yeah, nobody sold on him. A lot of them guys, they're okay, but when you can put pressure on them like the Eagles, you wind up seeing what they really are. And look at, of all the guys in the whole NFL, look at the guy who's dominates, should win the MVP, Jalen Hurts. This is a guy who got benched. This is a guy who had to go to another school and transfer because they said he couldn't play. And look at him now. Pound for pound, you could say, hey, man, that's the best quarterback in the NFL. And look at Tua. How many fans would take him over Tua right now?
Which quarterback?
Jalen Hurts.
Oh, I think both teams would.
But I'm saying, look at what he had to do. He had to go to Oklahoma.
And you want the truth, Platt?
Uh-huh.
I think both of them are okay. I don't think neither one of them are special.
Well, I don't know. Hurts is pretty special, man. I have to disagree with you on Hurts. Hurts is a winner. Man, it's hard to beat Jalen Hurts, man.
That is true.
I'm
Ask
just
Josh Allen on Sunday.
Any team, the handicappers, the big thing was the Bills over the Eagles. If you want to be for real, that's the way the game should have went. But you know why it didn't go that way? Because it Hurts, man.
Yeah, I gave him the game ball tonight. Number one game ball. I love
it. He kept making plays. If you say the average quarterback and the way the Bills were playing, they would say, okay, Eagles, the odds are for you. But it was Hurts. He kept fucking making plays. They couldn't stop him. And then even on that last touchdown, he runs it in. They couldn't stop him. And that's how he keeps playing. He against Dallas, against all these to Kansas. He just plays that way, man. It's like he won't be defeated. And when you look at his history in college, he had to say, hey, they say you can't pass, we'll take Tua. He had to go to another school. He came into the league, and look at him now. And they were in the fucking Super Bowl last year. So now they're going to be in the playoffs, top seed. I think they got the best record in the NFL. Hurts, man, clearly the best quarterback in the NFL. Now, is he the best numbered by numbers? No. But when you look at him, right? Man, it's Hurts. Who's going to beat him?
You like the intangibles, don't you?
Yeah, you tell me who's going to beat him. And even if they got about 7 games, they could lose a game. When you get in the play, guess who? Matter of fact, that's who they play next, 49ers, right?
I love the 49ers this week.
Okay. Guess who the 49ers don't want to play? The fucking Eagles.
Oh, they're dying to play the Eagles. They are looking for payback.
Well, he better watch out that he don't get hurt, Brock.
I'm not a Niner fan, so, real talk. I'm not a San Francisco fan, so.
I don't think the Eagles. They were talking about Dallas second time around. I think they're gonna go to play. I think Eagles going back to the Super Bowl. This time they're gonna win it. And Jalen, I mean, he'll never be a stats guy. He'll never be a big numbers guy. But man, I am telling you, that guy, you don't want to bet against that guy. Just don't even waste your time. Just watch the game. Because he, other than the Jets, I mean, and that's a BS game. He's unstoppable damn near.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Once they get down to near the goal line, or it's 4th and short, they're gonna find a way to get that first down, even if it kills
them. And the Bills, the fucking Buffalo Bills, he kept those drives going. He kept getting first downs. They kept trying to get him. He kept scrambling, or he kept finding somebody for the first down. And that's pretty much the way he was doing at Alabama until Tua showed up. And Tua was just a better passer. And then they was going to lose to Georgia. And then he gave up to Tua. Tua brought the team back. And after that, everything for him went bad. And he had to transfer. And he did good at Oklahoma up until the bowl game. Comes in for the Eagles. What year is this? Second, third year? Third year, right? They go Super Bowl last year. And now look at him. And he can pass. That guy downtown, Antonio Brown or whatever, he can pass. And I'm not an Eagles fan, so I really don't even keep up with him. So, but yeah, don't sleep on him, man.
There you go. Yeah. I just think that this Philly San Fran game is going to tell it all on Sunday. And I'm looking forward to it. What do you think about our boy Russ making a strong comeback for comeback player of the year? What a year for Russell Wilson. Don't look now, folks, but the Broncos are 6-5. What do you think about that, Platt?
Hey, we'll see. I'm not impressed with Russ at all. I mean, we'll see.
Okay.
I think in the playoffs, you look at Pittsburgh, a lot of teams going to make the playoffs. We'll see in the playoffs.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of teams are just, it's their numbers. When you got to play them, you'll see that they're nothing. Let's play out these last games and just let these playoffs start, man. There's a lot of overrated teams out there. And even like your Cowboys ain't going to beat nobody. They're going to do good in the regular season. And I don't know. I mean, 49ers ain't going to be beat. They're not going to get past 49ers. They probably ain't going to get past the Eagles. Who knows what the Cowboys are going to do?
Yeah, the media is loving it now, but again, they haven't played or beaten anybody this year.
Yeah, and then with the Cincinnati, with Burrow being out for the year, and they don't have a quarterback, that division, Pittsburgh, other than Baltimore, but who knows? I mean, Pittsburgh might win it. But Baltimore's going to make the playoffs. We just have to wait and see.
I agree.
Yeah, with the Dolphins, I don't know. Is Dolphins in the Buffalo, Broncos and Dolphins in the same division?
Buffalo and Miami. But Miami's going to win that division because they got the Redskins, the Titans, and the Jets coming up. Miami plays 4 of their last 5 games at home.
Okay, and what's Miami's record?
8-3.
And what's Buffalo record?
6-6.
Oh yeah, okay. So
Yeah.
Miami will be straight.
That division's over. But Miami got to beat some good teams now. Dallas, Baltimore at the end of their schedule. So they got to win those games. And very impressive. They got lucky with
Where they at?
Where
Where they at? Are they going to Dallas?
No, Dallas goes to them.
Okay.
And then they go to Baltimore.
Yeah, they're gonna lose that Baltimore game, man. With Lamar,
Mm-hmm.
they might lose a game, they might not. He done found his rhythm. And this might be his year. They were saying MVP. I think this might be his year, man. The way he's been playing. A lot of people have been predicting. I think the handicapper said they was gonna lose, and I looked up, he won that game. When they start going against trends and like this is the point when the Baltimore historically loses and they keep winning, that's just saying that's a special type of player or that team is special. And the way they're playing, who's going to beat them?
Wow.
Who's going to beat them? I'm saying in the AFC, who's going to beat Baltimore? Once they get rid of Pittsburgh, okay, that's division. They're gone. Cincinnati's not there. Kansas City plays like trash. Who's going to beat Baltimore? Yeah, I don't see nobody out there who can beat them. Okay, Dolphins, Baltimore. They're going to have that game at Baltimore. We'll see. But all right, Mace, I'm going to get back at you, bro.
All right, family. I appreciate you, man.
All right.
Hey, Friday, right?
Thursday, probably Thursday, Mace. Same thing we do. Probably Thursday, same time.
Okay. I'll set it up.
Because there's a Thursday night game, and it'll be the same Thursday, Friday. So just do it Thursday.
All right, man. Hey, you have a good night. Appreciate you. All right, man. That was Platinum Elite. Take a look at this. Oh, man. Miami's cracking up. Yo, you back home or you in parts unknown 305? Oh, man. Yeah. Where you at? Parts unknown, family? Or you back home in South Florida, bro? Well, you have safe travels, man, back home tomorrow. To reiterate, and Sean hit me up a little while ago. Big Money, Sean lost his grandmother last night. And he's here in the New York metro area, Jersey to be exact. So say your prayers to him. Vegas 2-2 with the Oilers, okay. Say your prayers for him and his family. And Moss said earlier tonight that Melina's father's not feeling well, so say a prayer for both of them. All right.
Prayers up for both of them.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And may they both, for Marlena's father, feel better, and for Sean, may things get better for you guys over time. And God bless.
Yeah, God bless both of them. You know what I'm saying? And hey, it's been a quick, short day, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's cold down here.
And what's the temperature?
Right now, where I'm at, 62. But I'm near the water, so it's
Yeah,
colder.
that's the reason. Oh, you be back Monday night? No, I enjoy mom's cooking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go Arsenal, go.
Go Arsenal. A super cold part of the unknown. Miami. Oh, man.
So, folks, I just want to say thank all of you for pulling up. Gotta wait another week before I can hear Mr. Miami up here. Moss, great to have you back, man. Let me thank everybody. Moss, let me see who else was here. Canes, of course. Okay. John B, good to see him. That boy. You know, as Real was up here, great to have him. He was on the panel with me yesterday. Gotta get that young man up here some more. All right, we'll see you tomorrow night, 3:05 after wrestle. I'm gonna give me a lot of rest tomorrow, bro. Raven was in the building. Dat Boy was in the building. I want to thank Canes for pulling up. Always appreciate him. Little Rock was in the building. And a whole lot of goodies of the guys. Make it night tonight. And I'll see you guys tomorrow night. So 3:05 will be on the meter tomorrow night. Be great to talk to him like I used to. And it's great to hear from Azriel today. Great to hear from Gaines, Platt, 305 in the chat. Yeah, man. So for everybody, short night tonight. I'm just tired. Hopefully I'm not coming down with something like I did a couple of years ago. Similar signs. So everybody say a prayer for me. I appreciate you guys so much. Corey Perry getting contract bought out. Blackhawks buying him out. Okay.
Prayers up for Mace. Feel better soon, man.
Yeah, I hope so, man. That's the last 2 Decembers I ended up in the hospital. I don't want it to happen this year, bro.
I hope not either, man, honestly.
That boy, appreciate you. And this man up here, the great Canes, who is very happy that Tyler Van Dyke went portal. But we'll talk about that tomorrow night. So,
all right, man. I'll let you go then, man. Have a good night and feel better soon, man.
Thank you, man.
No problem, man.
Thanks, Canes. Thanks, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow night. Yeah, you stay right there. We love you, everybody. Good night from the Oasis. Thanks for coming.